Here we go, we're going to add and subtract some surds here. So the first one here, we've got 3 root 3 plus 6 root 3. So that's 3 lots of root 3 plus 6 lots of root 3. And what we can see is 3 lots plus 6 lots will give us 9 lots of root 3. Is the way to think about that. In this one, we've got minus 7 lots minus 8 lots. So that minus 7 minus 8 gives me minus 15 lots of root 11. And this one we've got to do a little bit of simplifying before we can add them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out what root 80 can be brought down to. And it's probably going to involve something to do with root 5 as we've been given that. So let's just find our factors of 80, and we see that 5 is a factor of 80, and 5 goes into it 16 times. So therefore what we've got here is minus root 6 times by the square root of 16 times 5, and we've still got minus the 2 root 5 here. Square root of 16 is 4, so we get minus 6 times 4 times by the square root of 5. So what I've done is I've replaced that square root of 16 with 4. And we can take away, still got to take that away. So we've got minus 24, lots of root 5, sorry about that, minus 2 root 5. So minus 24 lots, take away 2 lots, gives me minus 26 lots of root 5. Okay, our last one, actually I'm going to write it here because that'll give me a bit more space. And what I'm going to do is, and so right, we've got to try and break this up. Now my guess is when you see these ones, it's probably all going to come down to root 11. But it's probably a good idea just to go through your prime factorisation anyway. So you've got 275. So I'm going to put that over here on the side working. And I'm going to look at, obviously 5 goes into that. 5 into 27 is 5 times a 2 over. So it's going to be 50, let's just check that, 55 times. So 5, put that down, 2 over 25 gives you 55. And 55 is 5 times 11. So minus 6 root 275 is going to be the same as minus 6 times the square root of 5 times 5 using these two. So we get 5 times 5, that's what that's going to be. And then we've got times by root 11. And we got minus 9 root 76. So let's do root 176. Let's find out what goes into that. Well, 2 obviously goes into it. So 2 into 17 goes 8. 1 over. That's going to give me 88, which gives me 8 times that, 11. And we can see we've got 2, 2, 4, and then another 2 and a 2 there. So effectively, this is going to be equal to a square root of, I'm going to put the 9 in, don't miss it out. And we've got the 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 11. So that's going to give you 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times root 11 minus 5 root 11. So let's just check that. So you've got these 4 2's, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Okay, equals, so 5 times 5 is 25, square root is 5, so you get minus 6 times 5 times by the square root of 11 minus 2 times 2 is, so we're going to put, that's going to be the square root of 4, that's going to be the square root of 4, that's going to be the square root of 11, minus 5 root 11. Minus 6 times 5 is minus 30, times by the square root of 11, minus 9 times 2 times root 11, minus 5 lots of root 11. So it gives me minus 30 times the square root of 11, minus 4 times 9 is minus 36, root 11, minus 5 square root of 11. Bring that all together, so that's going to be 30 for 36 is 66 plus 5 is going to give me 71 times the square root of 11, not forgetting the minus sign.